Now, a bill on preventing Syrian and Iraqi refugees from being admitted into the U.S. was passed by the House of Representatives on Thursday. The move poses a challenge to promises to welcome the refugees from President Obama, as well as presidential candidate Bernie Sanders.
Many of these refugees are the victims of terrorism themselves. That's what they're fleeing. Slamming the door in their faces would be a betrayal of our values.
Hundreds of thousands of people have lost everything, have nothing left but the shirts on their backs. We will not turn our backs on the refugees from Syria and Afghanistan.
Earlier, 31 state governors said that they would refuse to accept Syrian refugees, while only 7 have spoken out in support of the president's stance. Several governors have given outspoken statements to the media on the potential dangers of taking in asylum seekers.
We love immigration. We have so many agreements in our state, so many languages spoken, but we don't want one terrorist in our state. Right. I mean, slow down.
They only have to be right one time, terrorists do, and we have to be wrong one time. And so we can't take that chance.
Because of the most recent attacks in Paris and the very real possibility that one of the terrorists entered France as a recent refugee, I am now requesting that the President and the federal government cease sending refugees from Syria to North Carolina.
I don't think orphans under 5 are being, should be admitted into the United States at this point. But, they have no family here. How are we going to care for these folks?
Jim Jatras, GOP Senate policy advisor and former diplomat, believes that those concerns may be well-founded.
Since 2012, we've taken in about 2,000 Syrian refugees, which is not a particularly high number, but maybe enough even to cause some concern already. A lot of the governors have complained that they haven't even been told when refugees have been brought into their states. This is simply handled between the federal agencies and private relief groups. It's very hard to properly vet the documents or the people who are applying for asylum under the best of circumstances, and these are hardly the best of circumstances. So I think the level of mistrust is very well founded. The timeline between resettling these people and doing what needs to be done to work with France and Russia and frankly the Assad government to defeat ISIS and to solve the Syrian war are two different timelines. It seems to be much more practical to focus on taking care of the problem rather than saying, let's bring in more Syrians to take care of let's say, the human wreckage that we've helped to create.